Hello and welcome. I'm Theolyn, this is SoulSchool, and this is another Signs and Wonders video. And today I'm just going to say a few things about the moon, and I want to encourage you to find your astrological chart and discover where the moon was placed when you were born, and to discover what the phase of the moon was, whether you were born under a new moon, or a full moon, or a waxing crescent moon, or a waning crescent moon. Those phases of the moon describe the relationship between the moon and the sun. And it's the sun who gives light to the moon and the other celestial bodies. So when you understand in your own birth chart the relationship between sun and moon, you've got a very powerful insight into how you can live in the world, because the moon is a reservoir, if you like, a container, an archive of memory, and also it has something to do with the habits that you take on. And your habitual behaviours in life are what help you develop your personality. So knowing the moon's placement in your chart is really, really useful, because if things are going on and you can observe in yourself the habits and the patterns that come easily to you and that tend to be your way of doing things, if you can identify those, then you can adjust them and you can make sure that they are beneficial and not limiting to you. So if you've got a habit of staying in bed and getting up late, or overeating, or indulging in any other kind of addiction, find out what's going on with your moon. And it might not be something totally negative, but it might be something that if you did a bit of fine-tuning to your habitual behaviours, could actually make a difference in what goes on in your life, could bring you to a point when you feel more satisfied with events and with achieving what you want to achieve. It's the sun that's driving the energy for the whole chart. The sun is the centre of the solar system, and the sun gives its light to the moon. So whatever phase the moon was in when you were born will also tell you something about the relationship between the driving passion of your life and your tendency to develop various behaviours. And so you can start a negotiation between your passion, your desire, your soul's sunshine, and the way that that is modified and adapted because of the relationship between the sun and the moon. Now, I hope that was not too technical for you, and I think for most people that would be an easy thing to find out. You can go on to astro-seek.com or some other app or an internet site where you can find out exactly what was happening on the day you were born between the sun and the moon, because it's the relationship between those two which will give you a big clue to what's going on in your life now and what could go on in your life in the future. So take up that suggestion, check out the placement of the moon. You obviously, most people know what the sun was doing, because that's a pattern which is pretty much established on the same day of the month every year. So most people know their sun sign, but find out your moon sign and then do some explorations as to the relationship between the sun sign and the moon sign, and see if they're working happily together, or whether there's some kind of competition or some kind of gritty challenges going on between the two of them. Because that would be like living with a mother and a father who don't get on very well, for example. Or a mother and a father who seem to get on all right, but they have different ideas about how things should be done. So sun and moon, the driving passion of your soul, and the moon telling you how to go about things. So check that out, and also look out for my free offer for the Shefa Method, because the Shefa Method will definitely help you get back to the sunshine in your heart.